Yeah, we in the building.
Let's get it. Yeah. Yeah.
We in the building. Let's get it.
Woo, woo. Walk with the money, no money.
Konsa unveiled at the Emirates. Arsenal's final transfer push. Hello football family, and welcome back to Black Maggot Media, the heartbeat of the game. If you are an Arsenal supporter, today is another exciting day because the Gunners have officially welcomed a new defensive reinforcement. Konsa is now an Arsenal player. Those who didn't know about this, I'm bringing you this in this podcast. And if you missed the videos in the past about Konsa, I told you whom Konsa is and what he could bring to the team of Arsenal in the previous video. So if you want to listen to that, please just scroll back to Black Maggot Media and get to know more about Konsa. Yes, so Konsa is now an Arsenal player. After completing necessary formalities and medical process, the England international has completed his move from Aston Villa to Arsenal, with a deal reported to be worth 51 million initially, potentially rising up to 55 million with add-ons, meaning it is 4 million pounds in add-ons. And today we are talking about his arrival, his unveiling at the Emirates, what he brings to Mikel Arteta's team, and most importantly, what Arsenal could still do before the transfer window closes. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to Black Maggot Media, turn on the notification, and stay with us because there will be plenty to discuss. This is the heartbeat of the game. So Arsenal have officially completed one of the most important defensive moves of this summer. That is Konsa, who arrived at the Emirates. That was in the game of Arsenal versus Coventry. He was unveiled. Those who watched that game, you saw him before the players came into the stadium. So the 28-year-old defender joins Arsenal after 7 seasons with Aston Villa, according to Reuters, and Konsa made 286 appearances for Villa, including 48 appearances during their Europa League winning campaign last season. He also represented England at the 2026 World Cup. And now, after passing his medicals and completing the final stages of the transfer, Konsa has been unveiled as an Arsenal player. There is no hijack that is possible here. Nothing can happen. He is now an Arsenal player. It is a done deal. I gave you a "here we go" in the previous video. So there is a very clear reason why Arteta wanted him. Arsenal needed defensive depth. William Saliba has been dealing with back injury, while Julian Timber has had fitness concerns. Konsa therefore gives Arteta another experienced defender who can immediately compete for minutes. But there is something partially interesting about Konsa's profile. He isn't simply a traditional centre-back. He can also operate in right-back, giving Arteta tactical flexibility. I've been telling you in this podcast that Arteta likes players who can play in at least two positions. When you look at that team of Arsenal, almost all players play in more than one number, maybe apart from Gyökeres and David Raya, of course. But the rest, they can give you can play for you more than one position. Look at Kai Havertz, Miles Lewis-Kelly, whom we knew as a defender, is now playing as a midfielder. So if you have not watched our post-match preview about how Miles Lewis-Kelly performed in that game. Please go and watch that video and get to know what it means by having Miles Lewis Kelly in the midfield instead of left back. I brought that video. It is the previous video before this. So if you didn't watch that, maybe you have not subscribed. I remind you to subscribe. So he operates in a right back, giving Arteta tactical flexibility. And when you are competing in the Premier League, Champions League, and domestic competitions, that versatility can become extremely valuable, because Arsenal is not simply defending. It's not simply just defending the trophy, but they want to dominate and to win more trophies in other leagues. So they are signing competition experience, versatility, and Premier League knowledge. So what would supporters expect from this? I told you what Arsenal fans can expect or could expect from the signing of Ezri Konsa in the previous video. I'm not going to talk about this. If you want to know more about what we could experience, what we could expect about Ezri Konsa or from Ezri Konsa, visit the previous videos. But I'll just highlight: you have composure, defense, versatility, experience. So now here comes the big question: is Ezri Konsa the final Arsenal signing this summer? The answer is not necessarily. Reports suggest that Arsenal could still be looking for an attacking player before the window closes. They are looking for a backup of Christos Zolis. And then another striker. And one of the biggest names connected with this remains Julian Timber. But the Argentine striker is prioritizing joining Barcelona to joining Arsenal, although Atletico Madrid prefers him to join Arsenal. I also brought you a story about this. If you want to get to know more about this, please just visit our previous videos. Then you will get to know more about this, about Julian Alvarez. So let's expect Arsenal to sign in more players. In the left wing, they are talking about Yildiz, although Juventus are insisting that they are not likely to sell their player. But of course, Arsenal have had talks with the representatives of Kenan Yildiz from Juventus. We also have players like Bakola, although I see that as they may not sign in Bakola, because according to the performance of Christos Zolis, he needs a player at his level to compete with him, not again the one who is extremely better than him. If they sign in a player who is too good or better than him, meaning the form of Christos Zolis may go down. But if they bring a player like Kenan Yildiz, whom they can compete for that position, you'll find that each player will work hard to see that they win the spot, the first team position. So reports have linked Arsenal with Juventus forward Kenan Yildiz, whom they have mentioned as another potential attacking target. So whether Arsenal move for Kenan Yildiz or other players, let's wait and see. But I think after seeing the performance of Christos Zolis, I don't know what Arsenal is planning next. But if they go in and sign a player who is like a backup of Christos Zolis, then they may not need to spend a lot of money. They may say, let's sign a backup of Christos Zolis, or let's retain Martinelli as a backup of Christos Zolis, and then we invest money to sign a striker like Julian Alvarez. We've received news that Gyökeres has handed himself to Barcelona. He wants to leave, wants to go to Barcelona because he sees that I think he sees that Arteta is no longer prioritizing him as a starting player. When you look at the 2 games of the season that have so far been played, the first one was Community Shield. He came as a substitute. Kai Havertz started in, and of course Kai Havertz scored the first goal. Was among those who scored, and then also against Coventry, Kai Havertz is one who played, and he played full time. So Gyökeres did not feature in any of the has not featured. He didn't feature in any game of the season, leave alone Community Shield. So there are also rumors about a swap deal between Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. They take Victor Gyökeres, and then they give Arsenal Julian Alvarez. So, but let's wait and see how this will come to end. So, Ezri Konsa is officially a Ghana, and with the names such as Julian Alvarez continuing to dominate the headlines and other attacking options being monitored, let's just stay put and let's stay together in Black Maggot Media, such that we can get to know more about what is forthcoming before the window closes. So if you enjoyed the podcast, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Share this episode with another Arsenal supporter. Follow Black Maggot Media across social media platforms like Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and of course YouTube, for match analysis, football stories, and very many others. So this has been Black Maggot Media, the heartbeat of the game. Konsa is a Ghana. The season has begun, and another Arsenal transfer window may still be one of a surprise in the store. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed, and keep supporting the Gunners. Come on, ye Gunners. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, we in the building.
Let's get it. Yeah.
We in the building. Let's get it.